Hey everyone, it's Fat Mascara. How are you? Happy summer. We're in full swing.
Bippity boppity boo.
Well, I'll tell you, the Bippity Boppity Boo Boutique, whatever that's called, that was booked. We didn't get to hit that.
I'm sorry to hit that. Jess,
okay.
While Jess was away last week, she was busy, guys.
So, you guys, I was at Disney World, which, wow, I felt the magic. And I think I may be morphing into a Disney adult. Okay. I mocked them, I laughed at them, and now I am one.
That was a full circle moment there.
That was fast, yeah. 36 hours in Disney. No, it was so great, Jen.
Tell me everything. Well, not everything. Everything related to what our listeners might care about.
This is a double episode. And then, no, it was so special. I don't have words. I mean, like, you want me to tell you everything? I actually can't talk about it. I felt emotional. I felt emotional from the minute we went onto the little gate, said Walt Disney World. When I saw the castle, I started to get tearful.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, it was like it hit me, but I'm not the only one. I've done a lot of research since then. That's it. Inner child healed. It was.
By the way, her daughter went with her, just so everybody's.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Lake went. Lake's 4 now, guys.
My 4-year-old and my husband. I don't know. There's just something. There actually is something special about it. I was kind of skeptical. Actually, it was more like just going through the motion. Like I could pack the clothes. All right, get there to the airport. All that. Like I wasn't thinking about it, and then I got there, and it was like an assault on the senses. I haven't been there since I was 6 years old. And I remember loving it, but I think I had a deeper appreciation for it this time, or a different one. But we hit a lot of things. The days were packed, but I had to bring something back to tell you guys that I was like, this was something I didn't expect. We're at Epcot. The first day we had 2 parks. Epcot was the first park we hit. And we're in the Norway pavilion. We're there to see Anna and Elsa.
Abby.
Or as my daughter says, calls them Anya and Elsia. Okay.
Okay. She gave it a little Russian twist. I like that.
She watches this like YouTube families and they call them Anya and Elsia, and she's picked up their pronunciation.
Lovely.
So Anya and Elsia. So we're going to see them, and there's this little sign, and it says, now if there are other Disney going families listening to this, you might know what I'm talking about. It says like, meet our perfumer, and had this picture of this man, Gear Ness. Now, this is not a one-day only affair, because I looked all over, did research. He's there many times throughout the year. Okay. He is a Norwegian perfumer, and he's at the shop in the Norway Pavilion, and he has created the official frozen fragrance.
And you just happened to be there when he was in town and in his world in
Norway.
Epcot.
Yes.
How convenient.
He also does a number of other fragrances that are all, because he's Norwegian, he's also created a number of other fragrances inspired by his local home, Norway. And I said, Jeff, I was like, stop, hold on. I got to meet this guy. I was like, it's my duty to the Fat Mascara family. So I ran in. By the way, it was so nice to get into the cool gift shop because it was like 98 degrees into the cold Norwegian air. And he was the nicest guy. And then Lake came in too, and Lake's into fragrance. So she was poking around. He took a picture with her. I talked to him about his work. He asked me basically why is this woman so interested? And I'm kind of kidding, because he clearly meets people there all day. He has all kinds of products. He took a picture with us. He gave us some beautiful samples. Thank you, Gear. I looked him up after. He's done a lot of fragrances, but this really his claim to fame was the frozen fragrance and this Norwegian fragrances. But it's all about the Norwegian mountains, the fjords. Imagine doing the fragrance for a Disney film. And I looked up, there's a number of fragrances for Disney films. They've done a ton of them. Again, I'm kind of new to the real Disney crazy universe. As editors, Jen, I think you and I have both been pummeled with releases of the Little Mermaid fragrance, the
collaborations.
Toy Story, these collaborations,
Tinkerbell, etc.
But a lot of these are collabs. Disney has created their own fragrances with real perfumers. And I was thinking, now that fragrance has really hit the mainstream in a bigger way, I wonder if we're going to be seeing more true fragrances with films.
Yes. Give me you say true. I'm going to say like they're fine fragrances, right? Like, was this a fine fragrance? How did it smell? It smelled like a proper perfume, not like a toy little girl's perfume.
No, the frozen fragrance wasn't there. He was selling his more fine fragrance that was inspired by Norway. Yeah.
Oh, watch out, Fishersund in Iceland. Here comes.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
His name is Geir.
Gear in Norway. Meanwhile, yes, I know they're two very different countries.
But also the Disney, I mean, look at me, I've come back like a stark raving lunatic. But a lot of the Disney fans, they're not little girls. They're women who would spend upwards of $80, $90, $100 on a fragrance. So I wouldn't say a lot of these things are just for little kids.
I like that they're letting him do his own perfume line and not just selling Disney branded stuff. Yeah. That's cool.
No, it was really cool. So that was my beauty moment at Disney.
Did you bring back a sample of like any of his scents?
I do have the samples, yeah.
And what do they smell like?
They smell like fresh air. They smell like the Arctic. They smell Nordic.
All right.
Very icy.
You're sold.
Yeah. I will say the other beauty tip though, or beauty takeaway for Disney, which I'm sure some of you already know this, is God, you better bring SPF.
Yes. You're in the heat. And also, if you want the Bippity Boppity Boutique, you better book months in advance.
Months in advance. Yes.
I can't tell you, every time I have a friend go to Disney, they end up sending me that photo of their kids at that boutique because it's like, they just think of me when they see like the beauty makeover. I'm like, I get it. Thank you for sharing. But I love that you found the chic, fine fragrance within it all.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I can't believe I met a perfumer here. But it was an amazing experience, very magical.
We're excited to have you back, though. We missed you.
Thank you. I missed you guys.
I was busy, too.
What's been going on?
Well, I've been doing a lot of market, like out in the market, going to events, but this one I had to tell you about was Botox Cosmetic. I think we talked about this last year. They give out grants to women, small business entrepreneurs to help them build their businesses, women of color, all different businesses. So they had the party this year for giving out the grants. Each of the 20 business people got a $25,000 grant for Botox. So I got to meet a lot of these people. Some of them are in the beauty space, but the one that stuck with me that I feel like our listeners would be into, and maybe you, I don't know. Her name's Girly Garage is her business. Her name's Talina Hansley. This is the most genius business idea I've ever heard. She's a mechanic, right? And she said, so many women don't feel like agency and feel prepared when they're dealing with their car because it's just like you take it to the mechanic and you're like, oh, I guess whatever they said is right. And it's not just women, but in general, she speaks to women. So her business, you can text her or call her. And
oh my God, I love it already.
Yes. So say you have your car overheats, you take it to the mechanic. They're like, that'll be $1,500. You have XYZ. You never know, right?
I would just be like, sounds about right.
Yeah, sure. And you're like, I just want to get my car fixed. Yeah. Well, you can give the estimate to her or get her on the phone with your mechanic. And for 15 minutes, she'll talk you through, okay, here's what they're saying. Here's what I think. Because she said lots of the stuff that goes wrong with cars, you don't actually have to be in the engine to figure it out. And for $35, I think that's how much it costs for these 15-minute consultations. She says she saves you on average $800 off of your mechanic bill.
That's incredible. What a smart idea.
Isn't it smart? She also has a YouTube where she shows you how to take care of your car. She's based in San Diego, so she also does in-person workshops with women who you book her for 3 hours and she will show you how to change a flat, show you all the parts of your engine, show you where to put the antifreeze in and all this stuff that it's like, oh yeah, that'd be really helpful.
That is so smart.
Girly Garage, don't you love it?
Girly Garage. So the name is also so good.
I know. I asked her what she was going to do with her Botox Cosmetic grant, and she said, hire people. And I was like, okay, girl, look at you scaling. She just said there was a big demand and she didn't have enough people. So I don't know. I just think it's cool that they're supporting women entrepreneurs, but also I literally just had to get a new car because our car went.
Oh, it's done?
It was done. It was beyond done. We had to roll it smoking to the donation place, I swear. No. That I knew because we went to multiple mechanics and they all said the same thing. But other times with my car, I've taken it in and I'm like, that sounds about right, but I'm not sure.
Right, because you don't know.
I'm not a car mechanic. Anyway, look at that. That's a broad range of what a woman can be in today's age. We've got fine fragrance in Disney and we've got taking care of your car.
We can do it all.
We can do it all.
We are doing it all.
Okay, let's get more into beauty. We'll take a quick break and then we'll do the news.
Okay, news. So I'm calling this unofficial fragrance week. At least last week it was for me. So guys, I hope you really like scent. Okay, so last week we had a little mini cocktail party for Moda and Chloe Sevigny, hosted by our founder, Lauren Santo Domingo. So the party was for Chloe Sevigny's collaboration with Regime de Fleur, which is the fragrance brand for her fragrance, Little Flower.
Which we have definitely talked about on the pod.
We've definitely talked about that. Now, why?
Why, Jess?
Well, I mean, why not, right? Like, why not? Why not? But Little Flower has just been an amazing success for Moda. It is our top-selling scent. And what better time than June in the summer to have a cocktail party for Chloe Sevigny on the rooftop of Phuket, okay?
Also when roses are blooming.
Roses were blooming. We had the most epic cake. It was really cool. It was really cool. And some of you were asking, why is this so popular?
Her particular scent or Regime de Fleur? Because I see Regime de Fleur everywhere. It's just like blowing up.
I think it's because I talk about it every 5 minutes. And I think it's also
single-handed guerrilla marketing by Jess Matlin.
I know. I think it's blowing up because she has a very singular vision, the founder, Aliyah Raza, who we've had on the show before. So please go back if you haven't listened to the episode and you like fragrance, because I think she's a good interview. She has a cool background. But we laugh a lot on this show, Jen and I, about these celebrity fragrances and celebrity lines and how they're just kind of like, a lot of them seem like cash grabs. A lot of them are kind of just like, why? And talking to Chloe at the party, and she's like, she did this with her friend because she thought it would be fun. You know,
Chloe Sevigny. I feel like she's just gone through her whole career just being like, I don't know, it seemed fun.
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing her, by the way. That's not a quote from Chloe, but
it feels like something she would say.
It was an organic collaboration.
Yeah.
Aliyah is her real friend. She really loves the scent. She's not doing this to get rich. She's doing this because she loves roses. She did 30-something versions of the fragrance. She really worked hard at it. It wasn't a phone it in, have it on shelves at X big retailer by Christmas time. This was really something that feels real, and you can feel that. And the fragrance is amazing. It smells great. It's very commercial, but it's not for everyone. It feels special. All of the ingredients, no pun intended, like they all work together. And if you look at the ads for it, they're very her.
Just chill. Oh, me? I'm here with Kim Kardashian doing Actor Studio, NBD.
Oh, did you watch those videos?
I saw some clips
the
from
variety thing, yeah.
I just feel like every time I see Chloe Sevigny in anything, she's just like, what's the big deal? I'm here. You know, she doesn't try too hard, and that comes off just being like super, super cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
and maybe a little out of touch. She's got this like old world glamour, like this old, like she belongs in the 1960s, but yet she's like a modern woman. She's just like, I'm going to smoke a ciggy and just do this thing. It's going to be great.
There was no smoking on the rooftop of Phuket.
You know
I will say that. But yes. It's just kind of funny. I think that is the secret to why that one is working. It just feels right. It's like, if it doesn't feel right,
it's not
just
trying
don't
too
do it.
hard.
Yeah. So anyway, the next night I had to get dressed up again, and I like my sweatpants. So this was tough.
I know you went to Fragrance Foundation.
I know.
Awards.
I went to represent both of us, okay?
I had other plans, by the way, at the Brooklyn Historical Society. I didn't tell you where, but Eric had gotten tickets for this Brooklyn Historical Society thing, which I actually was interested in going to.
Oh, that sounds very interesting.
And so I was learning about history, and you were being glamorous and walking the red carpet.
Well, wait a second, but that sounds interesting. It sounds like you had to get dressed up for that too, the Historical Society.
No, it's just like a talk. But how were the awards? I had other people texting me from the auditorium, my spies, but now I have you here so I can get the full debrief.
I don't like to text in an auditorium. I don't like the bright lights in the auditorium, these texters.
See. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us now that you're here, give me your take. How was it?
Were they saying something snarky? I don't think there was anything too snarky.
No, they were like, I ran into this part. I had two different people I know that happened to be there.
Oh, okay.
And then someone was like, are you here? And I'm like, no, Jess is. Look for her,
Well, guess what? It was so crowded because there were more people at this. I said to Jeff, it's deafening. I said, it's deafening. I walked in and my ears were like bleeding. it's always loud. It's always chaotic. But I walked in and it was like, oh my God, I felt like propelled by the sound. And then as soon as we sat down and everything, Linda Levy, who is the president of the whole Fragrance Foundation, she says, like, this is the first time, like, we've blown this up by like 1,000 people or something. And basically, there was more people there than any other award. So that's why my ears were bleeding. And I couldn't see anyone because it was hard to like see through so many people. But I did see a lot of folks from the fragrance industry that we knew. So I'm sure you're wondering, like, who were some of the big winners, right? Daisy Marc Jacobs won the Fragrance Hall of Fame Award. So Alberto Marias, he took that home. He was a perfumer. Well, I mean, the whole team took it home. Yeah.
A new classic.
It's crazy. It is a new classic. Yeah. So many iterations of that fragrance. And now it's like the people who wore that when they were young, they're not so young anymore. I know. It's true. I'm just going to say it. And there's so many little like subcategories. So if you're confused, it's okay. It's normal. I'm going to say fragrance of the year, popular. There's like popular, fragrance of the year, universal luxury, popular, fragrance of the year, universal prestige. Don't get hung up on that. These are just the big winners. So fragrance of the year, popular, went to Nest New York, Lychee Rose. And that the perfumer is Mathilde, I'm going to like massacre these names, Mathilde Bijou and Patricia Cho.
It's okay. You didn't MC the awards. It's fine. We'll allow it.
I know. I can imagine if I did. Tomatoes. Okay, so like she came up there, Laura Slatkin, with her hair. She did a beautiful speech. Then, okay, Tom Ford had a moment. Universal Luxury Fragrance of the Year, Vanilla Sex. These names, I think, I'm not saying the juice isn't good, but like they work. I do think they work, okay?
Marketing works.
Well, marketing works. Okay, it's funny you say that. Media Campaign of the Year, Jo Malone London, one pair in every bottle. That was with Sophia Richie, which surprised me when she was the face. It surprised me when she was the face. But listen, it's a slam dunk for them. I'll give you a couple more. We talk a lot in the past few months about guys and fragrance. Fragrance of the Year, Men's Luxury. I feel like with men, it's like keep it simple. Armani Acqua di Gio, they won. This has been going on since like...
How does that win if can it be a classic fragrance that came out longer ago than 2024?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's been around since we've been like babies, right?
Yeah.
Alberto Marias again. It was also a little bit like take a shot every time you heard Jerome Epinette, his name get mentioned, because seriously, you'd be on the floor. He won for Nest New York, the Fifth Avenue scent with the trees and everything, the trees lining Fifth Avenue.
Yes, they scented the air. We talked about it around Christmas time, I remember.
Yeah, the air, but like they had like these trees that had the scents baked in. And then one thing I just wanted to mention that I thought was super interesting was, because I feel like we never talked about this, Anna Sui, we never talk about her. Not only was she there, which was really cool, nice. She won for Packaging of the Year for Prestige Popular, her fragrance, Anna Sui Sundae, Pretty Pink Eau de Toilette. If you don't know what that looks like, basically just picture a toy sundae. It looks like something that like my daughter would play with.
I never even saw that fragrance this year. I'm looking it up now. That I feel like a bad beauty editor.
Because here's the thing, like I don't think that the company who makes that fragrance, which is Inter Parfums, I don't think that they were like bashing editors over the head with that. I think that it just has enough of a life of its own. That's my theory.
I actually have seen that. Jess, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know that was perfume. I saw the visuals and just thought it was a toy or something like that. The bottle's so fun and like over the top. It reminds me of your days at Friendly's.
I think that fragrance, and I think Anna Sui, and if you guys want to write us and let me know, I feel like there's just been this swell of Anna Sui, like renaissance. I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's like there's the early 2000s comeback.
Yeah. We could do with a little Betsy Johnson maybe coming back. And
if Betsy's having her moment.
I even like vibe that.
I look at the Orabella line. I feel like it borrows so much from Anna Sui's kind of packaging.
Oh, okay. Back in the day, I can see that with the shape of the bottle. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats to all the winners. And it was fun. What did you wear, more importantly?
Oh, I wore a beautiful Ulla Johnson dress.
Okay.
It was beautiful.
I like
I'm saying
this.
it's beautiful because I was obsessed with it, and then I bought it, and then I had a place to wear it.
Did you get a photo taken on the,
I
first of
step and
all, when
repeat.
Jess, next year, if I do the step and repeat with you, which of course we would if we were together,
Yes.
I promise it'll go well. Like the one time Jess and I did a step and repeat, it didn't go well because I fell in front of her, like flat on my face. But
I don't think it was our
I'm sure you
one
did it fine.
time doing a step and repeat. I think
We've
it's the-
definitely done step. You're right. We've done step and repeat since then. But I'm sorry I couldn't join you for this one. You were representing.
I have the picture on my Instagram if you want to see it. It's very colorful.
Of you? I have not. I haven't been on the social medias. I've been busy writing and reporting.
I didn't wear basic black. I was very proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
I'm sure you looked gorgeous. Congrats
Thanks.
to all the Fragrance Foundation winners. Yeah, busy week. In fact, moving on to our next news item, it's just like 85 items at once because there are a bunch of new beauty launches that Jess and I wanted to talk about. Fenty Hair, we can't talk about yet, I don't think, because
We don't have information at press time.
we don't have much information. Neither of us have been able to try it ahead of the time. But of course, Rihanna is gracing us with a hairline. She could do nothing else. This is to be expected. The other one, that's interesting because that's a beauty and makeup line originally doing hair. But rumor has it, as reported in Puck News by our bud Rachel Strugatz, Olaplex, the hairline, will be doing skincare. I'm so intrigued by this because the CEO of Olaplex used to be at Supergoop. So it's like, she knows skincare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the nerd in me was like, can they somehow make bond building a skin like thing? Like, do we have disulfide bonds in our skin that need to be bonded together? I can see the story shaping in my mind, like the marketing story, but I'm like very curious to see what the products will end up being like.
I'm also just curious. They have so much recognition in skin. I mean, I guess this is any brand, but like
In hair, you mean?
I mean, in
Olaplex.
hair, like,
Yeah.
do they have to go
Can
into
that
skin?
transfer?
Yeah.
Well, that's the same could be said. I mean, it's different for Fenty. We know you for skin and we know you for makeup. Do you need to go into hair?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I feel like my hair just feels so specialized. It feels like they came out with one product that was so special for hair. I guess that's anything.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
Do you know what I mean?
I've seen, I can think of other makeup brands that have sort of gone into,
like imagine Nexus going into like mascara
Yeah.
or lip.
Aveda does, I was thinking about Aveda, but I'm like, that doesn't really count because they had makeup way back in the day, right?
Yeah, but you would never be like, I just live for my Aveda foundation. I had an Aveda lipstick though that I still dream about. I wish they would.
Oh, see, I thought they were pretty successful with their makeup and things. I'm trying to think of any other, like Body Shop always had all of them from the beginning. Even in like the more modern, like who does a crossover? Drunk Elephant, skincare to hair.
But hair is still I bet you most people don't even know that Drunk Elephant does hair.
Yeah, again, ordinary skincare to hair. Yeah, I can't think of really any successful
It's
hair
very
to
difficult,
skincare.
I think, to okay, but Dove does really well in hair and skin.
But went from skin to hair.
And I think it took them a very long time.
Yeah, to make it known that they knew what they were doing.
And
with
they
hair.
already had like big shelf space and everything and like
Yeah.
retailers.
Wait, this is a good thing to put out to the fam. Can you think of another hair brand that has successfully expanded into skincare? And please, the term successfully, you know what that means. Like, we've heard of it. You can just be like, oh, they made the one SKU. I want to know. Maybe we're missing something. Is this a blind spot for me? I can't think of
I think
one.
if we sat down and really thought about it.
I'm outsourcing it. I'm outsourcing it to the fam. They need to tell me.
You're like, I can't
Do my
think
reporting
anymore.
for me, guys. Well, I hadn't thought about it until just when we were talking about it, but we'll see what happens. There's no timeline on this. In fact, the company itself is not confirming yet that they're doing the skincare, but people in the know have been talking. Another new line, Sarah Creal.
Oh my God. I'm really excited for this.
The minute I saw it, I was like, Jess is going to be obsessed with this line.
How did you know?
First of all, she has a lip mask, and it's called Adults Are Talking.
So that's not why I'm into it. I'm into it
I thought that was a good
because
name.
no, this is why I'm into it, okay? Because Sarah Creal, this is what she said. So the line is just called Sarah Creal. And here's what she said. She said that, and this is how I'm feeling too. She goes, after years of developing products for some of the biggest names in the beauty industry. By the way, she worked on prescriptives back in the day, and I love. She created one of my favorite lines. You guys remember the? I'm going way back. Okay, so some of you are going to nod, and some of you are going to say what she's talking about. Remember the magic line for prescriptives?
Of course, I
Do you remember
do.
what I'm
Are you
talking?
being rhetorical? Yes.
Okay, magic line. That was so good. Like, there are products that I'm like, I need to get back on eBay and pick up my research where I left off. Okay, she was so smart, this magic line. And then she also worked on the Victoria Beckham line. She really helped launch that. I'm saying helped. She like launched that with her. We had her on with Victoria on the podcast. And then she also worked on lines for Tom Ford, Prada, and Victoria Beckham. She's just done all of these beautiful lines that have this amazing, when I think of all of them, you know what I think of? Texture, luxurious texture. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's now creating her own line. And what she said is that after working on all these products, the biggest names in the beauty industry, she began to realize that a lot of her go-tos were no longer working. She said the concealer was either too dry or was creasing. The lipstick was traveling. The blush was drying or it was disappearing. And the
Wait, is this the part that you relate to?
Yeah. And the mascara was leaving panda eyes. But it's not that the products got worse. It's that her needs had evolved. So that's why she's created this line. Honestly, I'm quite happy with a lot of the products that she's created, but I understand this notion of like products no longer suiting your needs. So I'm really excited to see what she comes up with, because I think that the brands that she's named, like the brands that she's worked on, they are all linked by beautiful, elegant, silky textures. So if she's going to improve upon those, or if she's known for great texture and she's going to make that stuff stay, I need to try it. I need to see it.
Okay, and burying the lead a little bit, this is a line aimed at kind of like Brooke Shields' line, women 40 plus. I don't know if she put a number on it, but it's definitely
Yeah. I am burying the lead. Yeah.
No, not both of us are, because that adults are talking lip mask was like a cheeky, okay, kiddos, we see you with your sleeping mat, your Laneige, your etc. Speaking of sleeping mask, by the way, though, I have to say, Sarah Creal, I'm excited to try yours. I have not yet. Adults are talking, cute name. But have you ever tried Fenty Skin Plush Pudding? Do you know this product?
No, I don't know plush pudding, but
speaking of textures, right? It is one of those overnighty kind of lip masks that also doubles as a lip balm. And you know how much chaps I've been having lately. This one fixed it right up. It is plush pudding, no joke. But I don't think that matters by your age. I think we'll see what Sarah does, I think. Yeah, that's a good one. But also we're excited to see Sarah's. I love that you're excited about that line. The one that really spoke to me this week, Jess, it was Tweezerman for pets. That's right, everyone. Your favorite tweezer brand is doing a pet collection. Can you even? It's not yet available for sale, but I was like emailing the publicist to get all the deets. No, of course not. It's for all your furry friends. It's actually just for dogs and cats. So there are, of course, the nail clippers for the dogs, because you clip a cat's nails, right?
You can, but I cannot. Farina will not let me clip her.
Oh my God, it's a thing amongst dog owners too. I tried once to clip Wolfgang's nails and I was like, forget it. Because you get nervous about getting too close, and he gets all freaky. So now
I'll lose an eye. It's not safe. Go on.
No. Whenever his nails get long, I say, okay, we're going for a long walk on asphalt. Like I just bring him somewhere where there's asphalt or cement so that it sort of like files them down naturally, and that usually works. But for those of you who clip, they have a large and a small nail clipper, and then they have a brush that will dispense shampoo, so you could do a little easier cleaning. Grooming shears, schmancy if you do your own hair grooming for your cats and dogs. And then the one that I was like, all right, well, I'm going to get that. I don't know how it's different than regular tweezers, but this is the thing we have to worry about. Precision tick removal tweezers. And the little tagline says, adventure safely with your best friend. First of all, they make the best tweezers, hands down. I have my Tweezerman tweezers from like 25 years ago.
Jen, did you ever buy tweezers from another brand and then realize you should stay with Tweezerman all along?
Yeah, and then you're like, why did I bother? I'm going back to the Tweezerman.
Yeah, same.
I have used my Tweezerman tweezers for things with my pets, but like it would be nice to have their own distinct set of tweezers for them. In fact, when I was camping, actually the dog we went Wolfgang made a friend. Well, he's had this friend before, Rodman. But Rodman is a fairy. You know, Wolfgang has no hair. So if we're
Yeah.
ever anywhere with ticks, it's so easy with Wolfgang because, like, you see it right
Oh.
away. But then my friend was showing me, like, when you're looking for the ticks on a dog, so much harder. Obviously, there's hair there. And sometimes you don't find them until they're already in the skin. So obviously, you need a good pair of tweezers to help your little puppy friends. But Tweezerman, do you love this?
I love it. I'm just thinking about ticks on a dog. That's a
No,
something to watch
you
out
just have to be
for.
careful you're cuddling with them and you check, and if you find one, you remove it. But I don't know if they need a model, maybe Wolfgang. I tweeted at the super group when they came out with the pet sunscreen. I was like, do you need a model? Because Wolfgang should be wearing sunscreen more.
Do you put like normal person sunscreen on him?
No, because the vet said we should use mineral sunscreen, but then I was like, he's going to lick it off, and he started to lick at it. So I kind of don't, because I just have him wear his little coat when we go hiking and
Yeah.
outside. He has like a little jacket, but it's hard to put sunscreen on a dog.
Furless dog problems.
Furless dog problems. There's only like 12 owners of furless dogs in the States. Okay, moving on. Last thing, we haven't had a science corner in forever, Jess.
I was thinking about that. I had a short science corner, and I'm just going to give you can I just give you one line?
Sure.
It's a science sentence. I read
Do you want the
something.
music for it?
Yes. Lead me in. All right. I read a study, everyone.
That's the news. Jess
I
read a
read-
study.
No, I read a study. I feel badly because I'm not citing the study right now, but I want to reaffirm what we already knew. Going outside and spending the time in nature, read this over the weekend, lowers inflammation, everyone. It's really good for your health. Gwyneth Paltrow is right. Grounding,
Jennifer
earthing.
Sullivan was right. How many times have I said this? Forget the grounding and the earthing.
No, just getting out there, getting in the woods, spending time, feeling small.
A sense of awe, very good for your mental health.
A sense of awe, just getting out there. It's so important and so good for you. Even if you don't realize it at the time, it's actually lowering inflammation. And it's not just a beauty treatment. It's really for your whole body. And I read the study this weekend, and I was going to bring it to you, but I forgot where the study is. But I just wanted to bring that to you. Okay, that was like 7 sentences.
It was an excellent science corner. I love how you summarized it.
I thought I was very efficient in the way I summarized it.
You did. I will move us along to one with perhaps just slightly more footnotes on it, but I'll try and keep it succinct. Remember sea buckthorn oil? Does this ring a bell to you, Jess?
Yes, I have several sea buckthorn oil products in my home.
Right. The first one I remember was like Fresh, did a whole bunch of skincare with sea buckthorn. And then, of course, do you say Lumine or Lumine? I never say that one right.
I say Lumen.
Lumene? Lumen. Thank you. That sounds right. They use a lot of sea buckthorn oil. In cosmetic topical treatments, we'll get this. Sea buckthorn supplements, better for skin and vaginas. Hold on. You know how I feel about vaginal supplements. I was like, let me read this entire study and see what's going on. It was only 40 people. That's fine. Mean age of them 52. But they took a sea buckthorn, a 500 milligram sea buckthorn oil supplement. The brand was like Omega, but it's not sold in the United States. I'll link to a similar brand, which is basically 500 milligrams of sea buckthorn oil in a little tablet every day. And after 12 weeks, the women who took this had 14.6% lower visually of their pores. So not only, it was also giving them moisture and things like that, but when you took a picture, it was like a Visia picture, and they like plot out every pore spot that you can see from the camera far away. They had less visible pores. And the hypothesis on this one is that sea buckthorn can be a little bit collagen promoting. And apparently as you get older, your pores get laxer and floppy. So the opening of the pore just appears larger. The visual I get on this when I think about it is disgusting.
Yeah, thank you for this.
But it's not just for women whose pores have gotten older with age. If you have oily skin, sometimes your pores are filled up with more sebum, can look a little bit larger. So it's a great supplement for people who are worried about the appearance of pores, if that's you. Also very moisturizing and all that. So that was all based on, by the way, pictures and researchers studying and measuring how moisturized and how many pores there are. Then they did some self-reported things. I guess there was a background to know that this is something they should look for. They asked people about 7 vaginal problems: itching, redness, dryness. I'm not going to, nope, I'm done. I'm sorry. The next ones, I was just like, I'm not going to list them all out. But all I will say is that the majority of them exhibited significant improvement after using this same sea buckthorn oil gel for 12 weeks. So my only thing on this is it was self-reported. I feel like if someone's giving you free like supplements and I don't know if this is me, but like they're giving you like a questionnaire and you're like, we've seen this before with other studies with supplements. You feel healthier because you're taking a supplement. It may not be because the supplement did anything. So there's like a correlation causation thing here, but apparently the sea buckthorn is good for your vagina too, not just your skin. So I will link to the study for you, everybody. It was blind, placebo-controlled, all that good stuff we like to see.
Thank you for those footnotes, Jen.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. That's science. Jess just sat here with like waiting for me to say something gross the whole time I was talking. I saw your face.
I mentioned that I've been battling nausea all day, and now
I'm sorry.
Well, it was when you were like redness, itching.
That's when I stopped. I saw your face and I was like, I'm going to stop listing this. It sounds like one of those commercials where you're watching a nice TV show and then all of a sudden some drug pharma commercial comes on and just like starts spewing side effects at you. I didn't want to be that person.
You got halfway
take
there.
Your sea buckthorn. Take your sea buckthorn, everybody. I will link to the study and also
the free sea buckthorn supplements would have made people be like, nope, itching's totally gone.
That does happen, though. It's like a psychological effect of being in a study. People are like, oh, I was doing, because even the people with the
your
placebo.
vagina's itching, some free sea buckthorn supplements.
Even the people in the placebo saw improvements in their vaginal symptoms. So that means the placebo was not sea buckthorn, just some random gel with like a nothing thing in it, and people thought they felt better. That placebo effect is real. Come on now.
I think if it's itching bad enough, a placebo is not going to.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, your sea buckthorn is not going to help. This was just. Let's focus on the pores.
Hard drugs.
Let's focus on the pores. It's going to make your pores look better. I just thought also randomly, I was like, why would they even bother doing this part to the study? Like the skincare was enough, but I don't know. Maybe they wanted to see. There was also some eye health thing, but I just skimmed over that because I knew that was not going to go over well with you. So I just stick with the pores, everyone. Take your sea buckthorn for your pores. Let's have a little break and then we'll raise a wand. Okay, it is time to raise a wand. First of all, the homework last week with Garrett, we were looking for like all-in-one nighttime moisturizers. I got a couple submissions, but I have to say, Garrett kind of like nailed it. He gave people like 3 price tiers. It was great. So I want to play a different one instead.
What are you doing?
Everybody knows I'm on this quest for like the best shampoo bar, like get rid of, it seems like a place to like reduce plastic is my shampoo and conditioner. So lovely Courtney has a suggestion. Take it away, Courtney.
Hi, Jess and Jen, and welcome back. I am calling from Brooklyn. My name's Courtney, and I wanted to suggest a powder shampoo in Jen's journey to find a solid shampoo formula. So there is a product from the brand called Small Wonder, and I think it's a really good example of what great innovation looks like. They formulated a powder shampoo formula. It's really easy to lather. My strands are quite fine. I know you're saying yours are a little bit more coarse and need more moisture. I personally never had a problem, so I'd love to know what your experience is. It's also in a really innovative bottle that protects the powder shampoo from humidity, so it doesn't affect the texture of the powder while it's in your shower. It's really easy to dispense, and it's rooted around the idea of waterless products, less waste when shipping, and I think it is a really, really interesting example of changing a product category that hasn't really been innovated in a long time. So again, it's the Small Wonder powder shampoo, and I'd love to know what you all think. Thank you so much.
Okay, Jess, had you ever heard of Small Wonder?
I'd never heard of Small Wonder before.
Me neither. I love when people introduce me to things. Their signature shampoo Here's my thinking on this. It reminds me of the Tatcha cleansing grains, which we've seen this format
Yes.
in skincare, where you're using a powdered skincare, add a little water, it turns into a lather under moisture. Yeah, kind of like, why haven't we seen that for shampoo? So then I was like, maybe we haven't seen it for shampoo because it's really a lot wetter in the shower than it is at sink side for a face cleanser.
Like, you think it's not gonna work?
Well, no, I think it'll work if you get out the right amount and add water. And I love the idea of this because it's clearly a smaller bottle that takes up less waste, like she said, when
Yeah.
you're shipping. My only thinking is, okay, if we're trying to get rid of plastic, it still has plastic. So it's like in a step in the right direction because it's tiny, right? So it's less plastic, less waste, all of that. But it better be better than the solid shampoo bars for it to work. She says it is. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody else doing this. The bottle is $38 for 50 to 80 washes. So that's 2 months. So it's a prestige shampoo and conditioner. Small wonder. Cool company. Thanks, Courtney, for sharing it with us. If you have a razor wand to share with us, we want to hear it. I don't know, maybe it's something we talked about on the show, something we're looking for, something to help with nausea. I don't know. Call us, 646.
I feel like I have nausea all the time lately.
Yeah, maybe there's like a ginger chew, you guys know. Or
A ginger chew.
why did that come to my mind? I don't know. I think that's I always have ginger or mint tea when I'm
I'm having
nauseous.
a lemonade, like a very tart lemonade right now.
Okay. I could see that doing it for you. I don't know. If anybody else has a suggestion, call us 646-481-8182. Email us info@fatmascara.com. Yes, Matlin, what do you want to add to that?
No, I'm trying to get ready to share my razor wand.
Oh, you're excited about your razor wand. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first then.
Okay, I was looking for a picture to reference, but I don't have the right picture, but I'll show you. So it's summer, and I'm trying to incorporate more color into my whole vibe.
Your face
I have a pink lipstick on. Hold on.
or your clothes? I need more details.
Everything. I don't want to look like a big, like,
She's applying the lipstick. Okay.
little pink, just little pops of color. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll never forget, it's about maybe 10, 12 years ago, there was a magazine cover with Christina Ricci, and she was wearing this pale buttercup yellow nail polish, and she had a baby blue top on. And I thought, what a color combo. Nailed it. No pun intended. Okay.
Do you remember what magazine?
No, that's the
Okay.
thing. Somebody here listening has to remember this. She was holding her hair to the side like a ponytail, like this. That's what I was just searching for. If you saw me scanning my phone,
That's fine. So buttercup-yellow. Continue.
and I think she was like maybe cutting her hair. It was like a smaller magazine.
Okay. Well, what's the razor wand?
I found the yellow. Found the perfect yellow.
Oh, you found a buttercup yellow nail polish.
Yeah, to get the look.
Go
now
on.
that I'm like 12 years older. Okay.
That's fine. What is it?
It's Manicurist Paris is the brand. And the nail polish is
Which
called
I've now spelled wrong 2 times when I've written about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
There's
so sorry, man. You curist Paris.
I know. Well, yeah, it's not great for like, yeah.
For the, we
for the
beauty
editors.
writers.
Yeah, exactly. I know. One time I was trying to tag them in something and I was like, I don't think they're online.
No, it's man-you with a U instead of man with an I.
Manicurist.
Yes.
Yeah. Manicurist. Okay. They're French. Manicurist Paris. Their nail polish is called Mimosa, which is actually a little flower, which I didn't know a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's a little flower. I didn't know. Little flower. And it's part of their green line. Now, Manicurist, a few people have asked me this because I've been like ranting and raving about them for a while.
I think you've been raving, not ranting.
Yeah, you're right. You know, sometimes I can't even speak anymore. I think it's like the brain cells just fly out. The days go on and the brain cells just like, okay. I've been raving about them. And you can either get the kind where you put your nails, like you do the polish and you put them in your little at-home gel
Can
polish.
I help you just because I've written about this? The green flash is the part of the line
The
it's
green
called.
flash, yeah.
It is a LED cured
Yes.
gel type nail. However, when it's time to remove it, it does not require acetone soaking.
Exactly.
It comes right off like little fruit roll-ups on your nails.
So you can do that, but I am lower maintenance than that. I want to be able to just like grab a CVS wipey and go. You know what I mean? So this is the line I like, the one that's just like green. It's just green on it, quick dry. And this is more of a natural nail polish for people who are really interested in that kind of thing. But this color,
It's 78,000 free, 57 free, 32 free.
whatever.
Quote unquote natural.
I can't keep up, and it's not top of mind for me.
And can be removed with a nail polish remover, not even acetone, just like a regular natural kind of nail polish remover.
Exactly.
Okay, so tell me about this buttery color.
You know what it reminds me of? Okay, a mimosa flower, if that means something to you. You're in France, you're bicycling through the mimosa field, it's beautiful. Or it's like a 1970s sports car in the driveway, like a faded yellow.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Like a faded yellow, like banana color.
It has a very 70s vibe to it. When you actually described the cover to me with the pale blue shirt and the faded buttercup yellowy kind of nails.
Did you find it?
No, I got a 70s vibe from it.
Yeah. It's like those faded pastels that are just, I find them just very, I don't know, very chic. So it's not too screamy. You know, you're not going to look like you're trying to be too trendy. It's like a soft, I don't know, it's just soft.
I love that. Also, mimosas are the flowers that symbolize International Women's Day. Who knew?
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Yes, mimosas. I love this color. It looks great on you. My Reza One literally matches yours. Oh my gosh, like perfectly. It's buttercup yellow and light blue. I just realized this. I love a color story. I'm very excited. Bask sunscreen. Erica Metzger was on the show and she was raving about this brand. And I was like, I haven't tried it yet. So of course I got some immediately and I packed it for a recent camping trip. And I packed the Invisible Mist, like it's a continuous sunscreen. That one's actually yellow and purple, but their facial sunscreens are blue and yellow. And I forgot about it. And I hear my friend Clayton, he went camping with us behind us. And he's going, to my husband, this is the greatest sunscreen I've ever tried. Does Jen know about this? And he's like going on and on. And I come around from the other side of the card and I'm like, this is literally my job. Like, of course I know about this sunscreen. But without knowing that I was like testing the sunscreen or knowing that like I thought it might be good, he said, unprompted from me, this is the absolute best sunscreen I have ever worn. And I was like, whoa. That's pretty good coming from a guy who guys often hate to wear sunscreen on their body hair because it gets like, yeah. So I then, of course, used it. And of course he was right. I mean, Clayton knows product.
What does it smell like?
I mean, it smells clean and beachy, a little bit tropical, but not over the top Bain de Soleil. So if you're like a guy, you wouldn't be like, I smell like a pina colada. It does have a like you want it to be fun. It's a very fun line that makes sunscreen fun. But honestly, you could add all the color to your bottle and fragrance to your thing that you want. If it's not performing well, forget about it.
Yeah.
I put this stuff on. I did not reapply, but we were only on the boat for like 2 hours. We went on a boat on Lake George and I did not get any sunburn whatsoever. And you know a boat is the ultimate test, first of all, because you're getting splashed, you're getting the reflection off the water. So I sprayed this on. I didn't get any sunburn. He didn't get any sunburn, but you don't feel like you're like coated in sunscreen. It's just so good. So Bask SPF 50. Oh, it was SPF 50. Maybe that's part of it. I didn't realize. I thought it was 30. It didn't feel like 50. You know when you put a 50 on sometimes and you're like, this is a 50? Yeah. It's a 50 that feels like a 30.
That's the tagline.
For the tagline.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could get confusing for some people. But I thank Erica Metzger for bringing it to my attention. Bask SPF 50. That's my Reza Wand. And now it's not just get your beauty sleep. Get your beauty, like, I hope you feel better, Jess. Get your beauty constitution back. What's the opposite
I'll be
of
okay.
nauseous?
I'll be okay.
We love you guys. We will see you on Friday for an interview. Okay, get your beauty sleep. Goodbye.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Reza One product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.